So the key thing with overseeding yards is to have seed to soil contact. If we just sprinkle some grass seed into this yard, some will grow, but it won't be quite as effective if we can get that seed worked into the soil and get it actually touching the soil surface. We can get the seed to soil contact in a number of ways. Sometimes we can use a core aerifier, which will poke holes in the ground, and we can poke holes in the ground and then sprinkle our seed over the top of that, and the seed will fall in those holes and will give us some seed to soil contact that way. That works very effective, and we should core aerate our yards to alleviate compaction and get air and water movement into the soil. The downside is that the core aerification holes are usually a couple inches apart, and you're going to end up with just grass growing in those core aerification holes. A better way of overseeding yards is to use a power rake or a verticutter. And a power rake or a verticutter cuts grooves in the yard, and so we can cut a series of grooves going in one direction, sprinkle our seed across the yard, and then come back with the verticutter and cut a second set of grooves in a second direction. And that works the seed into all those grooves and gives us very good seed to soil contact. If this was my yard, what I would be doing would be to come in with your mower and mow this grass pretty short. I mean, not so short that you're scalping it and causing damage to the ground and to the mower, but 1.5 inches or 2 inches. We want to mow it short and remove that leaf debris that's on top of the yard. Take that aside and put it in your compost pile or dispose of it properly. Once we've got the grass mowed short, what I would do then is probably come in and core aerate the yard, poke holes in the ground, and then let those cores dry out for a half an hour or 4 or 5 hours, usually an afternoon. Come back that afternoon and run the verticutter across the yard. And once we've got those grooves, if we got a bunch of debris, again, take a leaf rake and rake all that debris up and put it in the compost or dispose of it properly. Sprinkle my seed out across the yard, nice and uniform with a drop spreader or a rotary spreader, either one. And then take the verticutter and go in a second direction to the first one and run another set of grooves across the yard. Once that's all done, sprinkle out a starter fertilizer across the whole yard nice and uniformly according to the label and the rate, and then turn on the irrigation and keep it moist. The key thing with keeping it moist, we want to keep it light and frequent, and we probably want to be irrigating in the middle of the day, in the middle of the afternoon when the sun is the hottest, to keep that soil surface moist. We don't want it super saturated and super muddy, but we want it moist and damp. And as the seed grows and matures, then we can start cutting back that irrigation to more heavier applications and less frequent, or more time in between those applications. Once the grass grows and begins to mature, it starts getting to its height that it's supposed to be, so like 3 inches for tall fescue or 2.5 inches for Kentucky bluegrass, we want to get out there and start mowing that grass. So cut back on the water, let it start firming up so we can bring our lawnmower out there and mow it. Frequently I'll see people that let that grass grow real tall thinking they want to help that grass get a good head start, but what they're doing is they're letting that one individual plant grow real tall all by itself and shade out some of its brothers and sisters beside it. We want to cut it when it gets to its right height so it'll start tillering or sending out rhizomes under the ground and spreading out across the surface, not all of its energy going into upright growth.
For more information, visit your local extension office or visit our website.